Many of us are living in a survival mode, and this means that we are living in stress. Stress is when our body and our brain are out of balance. So how can we change this situation and lower the stress level for QA employees? Or even better, how can we make sure you hardly ever are feeling stressed in your job at the QA department? Hello and welcome back to our channel. And if you're new here, I'm Kitty Appels and I'm a mentor, coach and food safety expert focused on getting you transformational results. Our channel is all about the how to implement food safety requirements, how to upgrade your quality and food safety, how to get your stakeholders on board, and more, where we share the tools you need to get the results you want. We post new videos every Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video. And really quickly go ahead and hit that little thumb up button below if you like this video. I'm not a psychologist and I'm not going to give you psychological advice. However, I have a lot of experience as a quality manager in the food industry and gained experience in how to get your employees and stakeholders on board. And yes, I used a lot of the explanations of experts like Eisenhower, Eckhart Tolle and Dr. Joe Dispenza and many others on why do things occur, why do people act in this way, and how to change the behavior of your colleagues, behavior of your stakeholders, and also the behavior of my own. Why are there so many QA employees feeling stressed out? Of course, there are many reasons to find, and every situation is different and unique. We all have a lot of work to perform. We hardly get any help to solve issues, and the production must go on, and the QA department needs to follow this quickly. Decisions need to be made in a short term. You hardly have time to dive into the problem, etc. Also, looking at today's world, you can see that many people are stressed. We are running from one thing to another. People get easy angry, etc. And there is also another reason. Many of us are living in a survival mode. It is physical. Remember that many years ago people had to survive. If an animal like a bear is attacking you, you should run as fast as possible. So people learn to react in different ways, like run for your life, freeze or fight. And this system is still working in our body. Many of us won't get in a situation that is really dangerous. However, our body has difficulties to see the difference between a truly dangerous situation like facing a bear versus your boss potentially being angry with you. Yes, I know there are situations in your work that cause stress. For example, it is Friday afternoon and you promised to get the kids out of school and maybe to be at home early. And I don't know why, but these are often the moments we end up in a stressful situation. A client calls and lets you know they found a microbiological contamination in your product. Now you can drop everything and start with finding out if this is really the case. What actions should you take now, etc. And I know you probably are thinking, no, why is this happening now? I don't have the time. I promised to get the kids. I promised to be at home early, etc. And the next thing that can happen is that your body is feeling stressed. This happens to many of us. Normally, you should not feel stressed in your work. However, I know that many QA employees do feel stressed all day, and not many companies know how to handle this and how to help their staff. And yes, also for this, there are many ways to lower the stress. I like to work in a project-based manner. For me, this helps me to schedule my work and to reduce the stress. I know when the tasks need to be done. I know how much time I need to fulfill my tasks. Let's say that a working day has 8 hours and you start at 7 a.m. Many of us have daily team meetings. Maybe you do a daily round on the shop floor, etc. And these team meetings are often at the same time. For instance, at 9 a.m. You know you have to prepare the information for this meeting, and normally this takes 30 minutes. To reduce the stress, schedule your preparation time at 8 a.m. Communicate in the organization that your colleagues need to provide you the information before 8 a.m. Otherwise you can't collect this information for the meeting. Between 7 and 8 a.m. you have the time to fulfill one of your tasks, and many of us can focus for 20 minutes in a row. Your colleagues will greet you to say hello in the morning, etc. So often this is the time to schedule your day. At 8 a.m. you prepare your meeting, and at 8:30 a.m. you have finished your second task. Maybe you have to walk to the other meeting room and maybe you change your clothes. The meeting starts at 9 a.m. so be on time. This meeting takes place and is scheduled for 30 minutes. You get some urgent assignments and you can go back to your office. It is 10 a.m. Now you have already worked almost 40% of your day. One rule of thumb for a QA employee is that you can schedule your work 80%. You can't schedule everything for the full 100% because you need time for urgent issues and changes of meetings, etc. My advice for you, schedule your tasks on at least weekly basis and on a daily basis. In your schedule for your weekly basis, you schedule the tasks that need to be done in the upcoming week. Try to decide how much time you need to fulfill the task and which day or days you can perform this task. On a daily basis, start at the beginning of your day. Check your email for urgent messages and start your day. As a manager, you are far more busy with meetings and urgent issues. Many of us can only schedule 40% of the day and are very glad when the day is over that they have finished some tasks. In many companies, it looks like meetings are the only thing one can do. Colleagues run from one meeting to the next. Is this really necessary? Do you really have to organize all of these meetings? If a meeting doesn't have an outcome, you can skip the meeting. This will help reducing the stress in your organization. For me, it's not a surprise that people feel stressed and that the outcome of the work of this company is very low. Meetings must have a clear purpose and an outcome. So how can you change the behavior of your colleagues and your stakeholders when you look at these stressful situations? Start with the discussion if the meetings are necessary. If the purpose of a meeting is not clear for you, ask what the purpose is and challenge the meeting owner if it is necessary to join the meeting. If you are in the lead of the meeting, it is easier to say, okay, this meeting has fulfilled its purpose. We don't need this anymore. The challenge is bigger if you are a participant of the meeting. Are you a member of the management team? Maybe it's a good idea to start with evaluating all meetings that take place in a week and check out if all of these meetings are really necessary. Decide what meetings need to be stopped. I'm sure this will also help you to create a better food safety culture. By reducing the unnecessary meetings and tasks will give you time to work on the tasks that are really necessary, and this will help in reducing the stress. Small recap, schedule your tasks on a weekly basis and a daily basis. As a QA employee, please don't schedule your day more than 80%. You need time for urgent issues and changes of meetings, etc. And for your QA manager, please don't schedule your day more than 40%. Start discussing with your colleagues if it is really necessary to have all of these meetings. And this will help you reduce the amount of tasks you have and will reduce the stress you are feeling. Watch the sneak preview on YouTube on food safety culture. I'll leave a link below where you can find the sneak preview. I really hope you learn from these examples when it comes to reducing stress. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Food Safety Experts, and hit that bell notification so you get notified whenever we post a new video. And as always, leave a comment below. We love hearing from you and we love going through your comments. And if you would like to receive more information on how to improve your food safety, be sure to check out our website, Food Safety Experts. And we will see you in the next one.